Hey friends, it's Hope, and today we are here to do my March TBR. I believe I have 5 or 6 books that I want to talk to you guys about today. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So the very first book that I want to tell you guys about is a book that I am currently reading. This is book number 5 in the Falling Kingdoms series, which is called Crystal Storms. This is of course by Morgan Rhodes, and because it is the 5th book in the series, I cannot tell you anything more than this is a part of a wonderful YA fantasy series that I absolutely adore, jam-packed with a lot of action, a lot of plot twists, a lot of crazy intertwining love stories, and most importantly, some really awesome characters who I have fallen in love with, and I cannot wait to see where they're going to go and what type of journey they're about to take in Crystal Storm. And fingers crossed, that also means that I'll be getting my hands on book number 6, Immortal Reign, very, very soon. The next book that I'm also reading, I'm actually listening to it on audiobook, and it is The Conspiracy of Us, and this book is by Maggie Hall. The funny thing about this audiobook is that I picked it up because I thought my friends Abby and Mandy read this in the past and really loved it. I was like, okay, I need to jump on this bandwagon and read it also, but then when I text them, they're like, Hope, we have no idea what you're talking about. So I have no idea who influenced me to pick up this book, but I'm so glad they did because I am really enjoying this audiobook. So this book follows Avery West. She thinks that she is just some average and typical high schooler, and she's really just trying to get through graduation, but the only thing that's kind of unique about her life is that they move a lot, and she really just thinks it's because her mom's job requires them to move a crap ton. But what she doesn't realize is the reason why they're moving is because her mom is trying to keep her safe. See, what Avery doesn't know is that there is this super top secret world, an organization called the Circle, and they think that Avery is the answer to their prophecy. So dun dun dun! This of course means some pretty dangerous people want to use her as a pawn, and some people want her dead. While I'm filming this video, I'm about 86% of the way through the audiobook, and let me tell you friends, it is not let me down. It is jam-packed with action and intrigue and escapade, and I have loved it. Alright, so let's just keep on the theme of booktubers influencing me to read books. So Joss over at Scribbles Read did a romance recommendation. Was it sometime last month or maybe it was in January? I can't even remember. But she talked about A Princess in Theory by Alyssa Cole, and I remember her raving about this, and I thought to myself, okay, I need to put it on hold at the library so when they get it in stock I can get my hands on it. So I just picked it up from the library today. Our main character is a grad school student. She also is juggling multiple jobs, so she is a very busy girl. So the last thing that she needs to occupy her mind are these wonky emails claiming that she is betrothed to an African prince. She's like, girl, don't have time for that. Delete, let's just move on. But of course the story can continue without the prince knowing that he has to track her down, and then by the look from this cover they find each other, and I'm sure glorious things are going to happen. If Joss likes this book, that means the characters are very well developed, it has a wonderful storyline, and there's going to be some type of depth to this story. It's also probably going to be very entertaining, which I am all for, well, all of the above. The next book I'm going to talk to you about also came on a recommendation from none other than my Grandma Hope. So my Grandma Hope loves to read, and she is like an OG reader. I tried to teach her about Goodreads last time I was home, but she's just going to stick to writing all of the books that she's read and all the authors that she owns and the ratings of all those books on a pen and paper, which, Gma, you do you, girl. Anyways, with that said, every time I go home she sends me back with a bag full of books. Example A. Now because I'm a typical reader, I own a lot more books than what I can actually read, and I utilize my library very often. But what I try to do is I try to get her to tell me her favorite book out of the bag of books that she gives me, and then I try and read that one. So this month I'm going to be reading Deadline from Sandra Brown. I've never read a Sandra Brown book before, and I don't typically read a lot of mystery, but I thought why not, I'll throw it in there because Gma said it was so good. She did tell me it was a little racy, so I'm kind of excited to see what her version of racy is going to be. Anyways, Deadline is about a respected journalist named Dawson, and Dawson has been assigned to a case to investigate or tell a story over a missing Marine. Now the missing Marine has ties to people who are on the FBI's most wanted list. And of course, when he is digging into this Marine story, he starts to get kind of attached and kind of attracted to his ex-wife. So as he delves into the secrets and uncovering the truth about this disappearance, he finds himself in a pickle, and I'm excited to see how he's going to get out of it. The last book that I plan on reading this month is Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, and all I really know about this book is people are comparing it to Indiana Jones, and they say it's kind of like Indiana Jones meets space. But what I can say is that I absolutely adored these Broken Stars, and I've loved the Illuminae files, so there is hope for me when it comes to this book. I know that I've given you guys descriptions on everything else, but I'm going to stay away from what this one is all about, because reading previous Amy Kaufman books, I've realized that I've gone into the book knowing absolutely nothing, and I've really enjoyed those reads. So, alright friends, well those are the 5 books that I plan on reading this month. I am super excited. I can't wait to tell you guys what the best of the best was at the end of this month. If you guys have not checked out my best in books for February, I will leave that link down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and like always, I'm sure I will see you soon. Bye!